homeless. I work a full-time job, 40 hours, and get paid to live here. How the f are y'all gonna bring somebody else here?
Boston homeless man goes ballistic over migrant problem. Goes ballistic over migrant problem. By the way, welcome to Mika Reacts Reviews. We're reacting reviews to things on the internet. Doing another voiceover no face video as I'm in transit at the moment. Anywho, there's this thing called the Great Replacement Theory, and it's very much seen as a very white nationalist, white racist, Trump supporting, QAnon, conspiracy theory, whatever, right? You mention it and you will just be completely labeled as a fucking racist. Basically people think, or it started in probably the white community, to be honest, or the white nationalist community, let's be honest, that they will be replaced as the majority in the next 20-30 years in America, and they will become the minority. I wonder when that happens, if they can then be I'm oppressed, if they graduate to their honorable oppression card in the oppression Olympics, and they can just join the rest of them as black minorities. If they would get any special oppression privileges or anything like that, or would the West still be calling them well, we can't be racist against you because we're not punching down? Will comedians get canceled for making fun of white people now that you guys will be the minority? Would that be a thing? I don't know. Anywho, that's the theory. But I think black people should wake up to this too, because I think black people, especially the younger black community, has kind of been roped up into this intersectionality bullshit. Basically saying because you are a minority, you have to support every minority group, and whatever problems they have, you have to go out and protest with the rest of us. That sort of bullshit. And I don't think there's a problem if you want to speak up for whatever group you want to speak up in, but it shouldn't be mandatory just because you are also a black and brown person, or you're queer, or whatever. And so I think a lot of black people have been kind of roped into being very anti, immigration, anti-border, let's let them all in, open borders, this is the land of immigrants, slaves built this place anyway, or some shit like that. And I think black people are really stupid for going along with this, because your vote is going to be replaced very soon. I don't think black, or maybe even white people don't want to admit this, the black vote is very powerful. We are basically the swing vote right now, even though we laissez-faire, just throw it to the side and not use that power that we do have. Basically, if the Democrats lose our vote, they lose. They can't win without the black vote, without the 90-something% of black people vote for Democrats, even though they do nothing for the community and even make it worse. Anywho, basically, they're replacing the black vote with immigrants, because slowly they're seeing the culture swing, and even though black people still highly vote Democrats, more and more black people are starting to vote conservative, because I think a lot of black people in the community are starting to realize that their ideology doesn't even match the ideologies of liberals or progressives. A lot of black people are quite homophobic anyway, and so this whole queer thing, this whole rainbow thing doesn't really fit in with a lot of the black community. This trans kid thing, it doesn't really fit into the culture of the black community, and so there's just different types of ideologies. And I just think that black people are starting to wake up to the fact that they don't do anything for us. And even though conservatives don't jump up and down talking about how they're going to save black folks, but they want to save America, at least that's what they say. They want America to be great again. So if you are an American, no matter if you're black, white, or rainbow, you benefit if you vote for the person that cares about America. And if you see a side like the Democrats and the progressive left constantly catering to people that are not even American, illegal immigrants, you might want to raise an eyebrow too. So basically, they want to replace the black vote so they can continue to win indefinitely. If they get millions and millions and millions and millions of illegal immigrants in here, and they have already been fighting for illegal immigrants' right to vote, but even if before they get to that point, and trust me, if the Democrats and liberals keep winning and keep having control of policy in the government, that will happen. Illegal immigrants will get the right to vote. Do not be naive. Anyhow, before that even happens, if they keep dismantling things like voter ID that they keep saying is racist, it's not racist. Because guess what? Black people have IDs. Illegal immigrants, they don't. So if they keep pushing that in more and more states and cities, stop requiring people to have IDs to vote, then even if an illegal immigrant isn't legally able to vote, they can just vote anyway. No one's going to stop them. You don't have to show an ID. There's no proof whether this person is a U.S. citizen or has a green card or they're illegal. They went in the right way or the wrong way. You don't know. And so that's basically, in my opinion, what is the great replacement, is that it's not necessarily trying to replace all white people or all this type of people because they want the world to look a certain way or America to look a certain way. I think it's because the left want to keep winning. Democrats want to stay in power. And if they lose the black vote, even by a little bit, it doesn't even have to go to 0. It can go to 80%, 70% of the black vote. If 30%, 20% of the black vote stops voting Democrats, they lose. So they need to replace that. The illegal immigrants, and I'm not saying this as if they're bad people. They're not. Most of them are good people looking for better opportunities. I do not blame them whatsoever. If someone's giving them the chance, why not take it, right? But if you let them in and then Democrats say, hey, you want to stay in America? You want to keep having these benefits? You got to vote for us, right? So that's my theory. But yes, this black man is very upset about, being kicked out or having the opportunity to have housing because it was given to another person. It was given into a migrant. It was given into a legal immigrant, and that's already happening. Lots of Americans have been kicked out of homeless shelters, of housing, of free hotels and stuff like that. SSI has been taken away from people who are born and raised in America and given it to illegals and migrant workers. And I just don't think that's fair. It's nothing against the immigrants. Again, if I was seeking a better opportunity for myself and for my children and for my family, I'm going to do what it takes to do that. And if America's saying, come here and we'll give you that, why the fuck would they not take it? So no hate to them, no anger to them. Even the Chinese immigrants who are coming over. Have you seen China lately? I'm just saying, especially if you're a Uyghur, like I would want to come to America too. So no hate to them. But I do think that's what it is. But, maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comment section below. What do you think about this whole thing? If you've made it this far, can you please like, comment, and subscribe? Please donate to my PayPal so I can get a new camera battery, and you can super thanks. If you super thanks, I will mention your comment in the next video.
Don't equal to live here. And I've been here my whole because I can yell. Because I can yell. Because I can yell. And I'm fucking angry. That's why.
I hear you. I do hear you.
So why can't I get in the fucking building?
You can't get in right now. No one's going to go in.
Why? Where's the mayor at? Y'all, these fucking towns are fucking sham, yo. It's all about fucking money. It's a fucking money grab. Y'all don't give a fuck about the motherfuckers that was born and fucking raised here. Y'all raised the fucking rate so fucking high. Can't afford to live here, but y'all gonna bring some other motherfuckers here? That doesn't fucking add up. It doesn't make no sense.
It doesn't.
None. I'm fucking homeless. I work a full-time job, 40 hours, and can't pay to live here. How the fuck are y'all gonna bring somebody else here? Don't make no fucking sense. None.
Look at a community center in Roxbury that's now been transformed into an emergency shelter for migrant families that have been sleeping at the airport. Hundreds of beds now cover the indoor track and soccer fields where neighborhood children usually play. Thanks for joining us. I'm David Wade.
And I'm Lisa Hughes. Dozens of families are set to move into the shelter any moment now. WBZ's Beth Germano is in Roxbury tonight, where the community is torn over this plan.
It's been a quick conversion for the Melnia Cass Recreational Center in Roxbury. Beds and sleeping bags, play spaces, bathrooms and other necessities, all to help migrant families arriving in large numbers in the state.
It's going to house up to 400 individuals right now.
Governor Healy began discussing the idea a week ago. Moved by the recent plight of families, many now camping out at Logan Airport, and a state shelter system stretched to the limit.
We're here today because we really don't have a choice.
And none of us should stand by while women, children, and families sleep outside or in an airport who look like us.
Shame on Healy! Shame on Wu!
But the plan has received mixed reviews in the community, since the recreation center is also a vital resource for youth and adult programs.
We sympathize with them. We as a people in our community, we love. But sometimes we love so much that we spite our own selves.
Alternating toe touches.
Tony DeRoca with Boston United Track and Cross Country coaches young athletes in a free weekly program here, and now doesn't know where they'll go with a meet set for Sunday.
We have kids who also are impacted negatively, and our program is one of very few stable times of their life.
I've been going here for like 2 years now, and it's been like a second home to me.
But the decision to make it a temporary home until May 31st for migrant families is called humanitarian, but also difficult by some. And Boston Mayor Michelle Wu acknowledged that today.
This is not the first time that this community has been asked to sacrifice over and over again, and so we'll continue to work with the state and ensure that all options are on the table.
The governor is pledging that all programs here will find a temporary home. In the meantime, 75 migrants are expected to arrive at some point today, with more over the next couple of days.
Again, guys, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to get the notifications when I do upload. All of that really does help with the algorithm. You can donate once again in a PayPal. My PayPal link's down below. And you guys have an amazing, beautiful day. Bye!
I'm homeless. I work a full-time job, 40 hours, and getting paid to live here.